YouTube, fight fans all over the world, it's your boy, the realest of the real. Yes, sir, I said it. Real Talk Boxing. It is a privilege, an honor, and a major, major blessing to be back with you beautiful people yet again. 20 rounds in the bag today, and it was rough. Yesterday was 18 rounds, sucked. The day before that it was 20 rounds, did okay. I am implementing resistance and weight training to my regimen. I'm not doing more rounds. I'm doing the same amount of rounds, but the intensity level is up. Like when I shadow box to warm up my first 5 rounds, I not only shadow box, but I put 5-pound leg weights on. And I shadow box with 5-pound dumbbells in each hand. And it sucks. I was spent. Completely spent. Now when I do my 5 rounds aerobic step, I leave the 5-pound ankle weights on. And it sucks. I'm spent. Then by the time I get to the heavy bag and I box my 10 rounds, the first 2, 3, 4 rounds, I'm fatigued as I'll get out. But gradually I'll get stronger as the round goes by. So I'm working smarter, not harder. In a sense, either way it goes, I am feeling it. It is literally taking my lunch money. But what doesn't kill you makes you what? You said it. Stronger. I want to talk about Jake Paul and what he said about Canelo Alvarez after the press conference with Tyron Woodley. Now, as far as the press conference between the two, I wasn't intrigued. I wasn't impressed. I wasn't even didn't really even care about it, to be honest with you. Been there, done that, seen it. A lot of trash talk, back and forth. Just get in the ring and fight. That's what I'm interested in. I'm not interested in all the shenanigans. So, as far as the Tyron Woodley, Jake Paul press conference, did I give a crap about it? No, I didn't. Sorry, I didn't. I just want to see the fight. But it was interesting, something that Jake Paul said when being interviewed after that press conference. He was speaking about Yildirim, the Turkish warrior, however you pronounce his name. And about how much he pretty much sucked. And about how he didn't even throw a punch against Canelo. And about he's bigger, stronger, faster, and more athletic than Yildirim. And that he would have fared better against Canelo than the Turkish warrior. He also went on to say that in 3 years, could Jake Paul go the distance 12 rounds with Canelo Alvarez? He's like, don't be surprised. You know, the same people that said a fight between me and McGregor would never happen, and it could possibly happen. So who's to say in 3 years I can't go 12 rounds with Canelo Alvarez? Me, I say that. I say you can't. I say you can't go 12 rounds with Canelo in 10 years. Me, this guy right here. We have a saying here in Texas. You're starting to get too big for your own britches. Which, he's been doing this for the longest. He's been too big for his britches for years. Jakey Poo. I've given him his just due. I've given him his props. You know, his work ethic, his improvement is, yeah, you know, pretty good. Pretty good. But to say you want to fight with Canelo Alvarez and to say it would be competitive, to say that you are better than Yildirim and you would do better against Canelo than Yildirim, shut up and stop it. You can say that. You can say it all you want. But it is completely and utterly ignorant and stupid to say. You wouldn't last 1 round with Canelo. You're not getting a fight. That's never going to happen. Canelo would spar you. You could go to Canelo's training camp, his gym, strap up, get in the ring with him, and he would literally rape you. Canelo would strip you down for everything you got, Jake. everything you got just because you beat a YouTuber, a basketball player, a former UFC fighter, and now another UFC fighter. You're fighting now, your biggest test, who you could very much possibly lose to in Tyron Woodley. You have yet to face a professional boxer, let alone talking about fighting Canelo Alvarez. We're talking about one of the best, young man. One of the best right now of this era. And I think Yildirim would take your lunch money. You get too big for your britches, homeboy. You getting way too big for your skinny jeans, because they don't wear britches no more nowadays. They're skinny jeans, tight leg jeans, and they want to sag in them at that. I don't do sagging. We don't do that, because in prison that means something. Did you know that, young guys? You skinny jean wearing cats that go around sagging, you know that means something in prison? I've never been to prison. I've been to jail once for 3 days. It sucked. But I've never been to prison. But I've had one brother who spent 8 years in prison. God rest his soul, and he'd tell you what that meant. Jakey Poo, Jake Paul. Stop, bro. Canelo Alvarez would break your neck, bro. He would literally break your neck. You wouldn't last one round with Canelo. In 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. Stop it. I understand you like that kind of publicity. I understand you like that kind of crap. But you, at some point, you got to be real. Yeah, you could beat Tyron Woodley. Yeah, 50-50 fight, in my opinion. You could win. You could. I think you're going to get tested. But Canelo Alvarez? Matter of fact, Yildirim? Why don't you fight Yildirim? Fight him first. And let him take you into a world that you've never been into before you try to step in a ring with freaking Canelo Alvarez, who's a dog, who's a gorilla, who's a monster. You can't even hold his jockstrap, homeboy. Stop, Jake. Stop with that bull crap. That kind of made me mad when you said that. It was funny, but it made me mad at the same time. Can y'all believe that? Can y'all believe what came out that kid's mouth? Hey, man, I give you props. You had enough nuts to say it. Stupid, but you had enough nuts to say it. I want to know what you think about this. Comment down below. Let your boy Real Talk know. As always, respect all, fear none. God bless. Until next time, Real Talk Boxing. Real Talk Boxing. We up. We out of here.